he is. Root Gaming Kelazhur. And his opponent, spawning in the top right. The Red Terran, he is. Dust Gaming.
All
Apocalypse.
is well and right in the world. No worries.
Root Gaming Kelazhur.
Do you have players starting off here? Building workers. Interesting decision. What do you think about that, Jack? Oh, wow. I think that's a great idea. Worker building. Quite effective in the early stage of the game, allowing you to create more minerals inside your bank, which then in turn allows you to make more stuff. Stuff being critical. Whoa! Double barracks. Double barracks with rally points across the map. So we're looking at double racks Reaper over here, and this is going to be scouted, I believe, just in time. Apocalypse going to come in over here. Kelazhur loves Reaper aggression. Actually, most of his games in the ASL have been Reaper aggression and have ended like super quick, like less than 7 minutes quick. And this SCV is actually getting a lot of harassment done. It's kind of funny. We'll get pushed away for a bit here, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, let him out. Let him out. Kella, let him out. Let him out. He hasn't scouted yet. No. You don't make him go. Oh, no, Kella, no. Kella, no. I didn't even realize that. He hadn't scouted that second barracks at all yet. Oh, if he hadn't closed the door. That reaction of like, no, you're trapped in here and I will kill you. That was one of the scenarios where you actually want the SCV to leave because it hasn't scouted your second barracks yet. But now Apocalypse will be very much prepared. Building a reactor, interestingly enough, believes that all he needs are these 2 Marines to fend off until the reactor finishes. We'll have to see. Building another supply depot over here. That's going to cut into the area where the Reapers can jump up. And a little stutter stepping here. Nice bomb. Does hit both of the Marines. Gonna slow down this expansion. Very nice beginning aggression here. And this is pretty wild. Looks like only a couple of Reapers made, so smaller investment, but dealing a lot of damage so far. Delaying the expansion, probably the biggest thing here, but also he can take fights against these Marines. Nice micro so far. We up to that third Reaper finally coming into the fray. Ooh, gets picked off. Nice body block by the SCVs there. Oh, and the surround is real. The bombs explode, and the aggression ends at the end of all things. We do have 25 workers to 19, so pretty strong display overall from Kelazhur. Going to put him in a lead economically. His expansion finishing just about at the same time as the expansion of Apocalypse due to that delay. So very nicely done as well. Investing in the aggression, delaying his own expansion by the fact that he made units earlier, and then delaying his opponent's expansion as well. So the advantage that Apocalypse might have had with the earlier expansion is now negated. Fantastic. We do have a starport building a medevac. Very likely a bit of a drop action coming in from Apocalypse here. Big scan. Gonna get to see everything. That's gonna allow him to see the sort of defensive network that Kelazhur has set up thus far. Will help sort of inform his decision on where to drop should he decide to drop. Gonna go with 7 Marines here and leave that Hellion behind. And Kelazhur gonna be moving across the map as well. So drops both ways. Moving across the map. Like ships passing in the darkness of night. As so many casters say. So much so that the saying has changed. That people will say like, oh yeah, like trains passing at night. It's like, well, it's nothing like trains passing at night. People are just like carriers passing in the darkness of night. And we do have drops coming down, and it looks like just going to be aggression at the front for Apocalypse, but drop in the natural. Kelazhur getting a lot of damage done already. 3 workers going down, nothing to contest. In the meantime, the aggression of Apocalypse not going well at all. Very well placed siege tank is going to cut into things quite a bit, and it's all about that pickup. Look at that, pulls out of there. 4 workers killed, no damage dealt to the drop, and look at this, he's just gonna move forward, and wow, dominating performance. Game 1 coming out from Kelazhur here, crushing through. Very impressive start to this game. Third CC is coming down for Apocalypse. Kelazhur is out on the map, looking around, making sure any sort of drops that he could catch are caught, but no catchable drops in sight. It is back home, safe in Apocalypse's base, and he will be adding on some more production and attempting to take on this base now. Oh, this is one of my favorite attacks in the game. The patented 2 siege tank, 8 marine drop, but this is going to be supplemented by the fact that there's already an 8 marine drop out on the map. So it's going to be very strong. A couple of Vikings are in place if he decides to go into the main, and tanks in a nice position if he decides to go in between the main and natural. So a bit tricky here. Let's see if he's paying attention to it. He might be able to just speed past these Vikings. Really don't want the one with the siege tanks to go down. Nicely done. Going to get pushed out over in this direction. Oh, Keen is so ready for him, though. Nicely done, dropping just out of the range of those siege tanks. Very nice. Going to siege up as quickly as possible, but the tank evac power is real. Going to be moving forward, trying to focus down these siege tanks, but it looks like this is going to be a defense from Apocalypse. Does lose 1 tank. Ooh, nice tank evac action coming over here. It's not over yet. Kelazhur trying to squeeze out every bit of value that he can, and that tank is very red. Strong wind would destroy it. So he's going to go ahead and take that home. Cut his losses. Overall, though, a lot of damage done to the economy of Apocalypse. Though he wasn't able to sort of take out a whole lot of, army in this convincing, I'm going to kill you sort of way. The worker count is 33 to 55 right now. So he can go home, be safe, be comfortable. And even the fact that Apocalypse had an earlier 3rd expansion, not a big deal. And this is the same thing we saw in the first bit of aggression. Sort of, okay, Apocalypse, early expansion. It is that advantage negated by Kelazhur with an attack. Same thing here, earlier 3rd base. The advantage that you would normally get from a 3rd base is negated because he doesn't even have enough worker to fully saturate 2 bases, never mind 3. Very nice, and we are moving into this interesting combo over here. Big drop. Oh my god, there's nothing over here. There's nothing over here at all. He's going to be able to get into position. He's moving into position now. Oh man, that siege tank is 1 shot away. Oh, it doesn't get targeted fire down. That siege tank in the back has 3 hit points. Oh my god, it's staying alive, getting a lot of shots off. Nicely done. 7 more workers killed. Kelazhur can do this all day. Absolutely, no problem. Gonna gully push a bit here, get into a nice position, take out some workers pretty much for free. And, oh my god. God, look at this. Absolutely dominating performance here by Kelazhur. Kelazhur's making Apocalypse look like a chump. Apocalypse is not a chump, guys. Very, very strong player. So the fact that he's able to have such a strong performance against a player like Apocalypse just goes to show how powerful of a player Kelazhur is. We have a drop coming out from Apocalypse, going to try to put the pressure back onto his opponent. But very tricky kind of a scenario. 3 base up for Kelazhur. 3 bases for Apocalypse as well. 3 command centers, excuse me, but not 3 bases. He hasn't been able to land it. Nice scouting over here, by the way, for Kelazhur. Kelazhur knows that that is the case. And we'll be pulling back over here. Looks like to go ahead and secure this base, expecting a drop, very likely. And he is going to be so in position to deal with this. Absolutely no problem at all. Could try to make a move into the natural. He will. Nice turret placement, sort of zoning this drop out. And he's stuck between a turret and a bunch of marine guns. It's worse than being stuck between a rock and a hard place, actually. Between a turret and marine guns. That's awful. That's absolutely awful. So it looks like 3rd base finally going to be up for Apocalypse, but he is desperately far behind in so many ways here. It's very difficult. And advantage in upgrades also going to Kelazhur here. He's getting his full production up and ready to go to really start cranking out units on this 3-base economy. Tankovac Marine, very powerful unit composition. Gonna be moving across the map now. Much bigger army here. Almost twice as big this army is for Kelazhur. This is going to be a very, very difficult hold. And because we're at 10 minutes into the game, you can see we're already mining out pretty significantly. Losing this 3rd base is almost puts you in an unwinnable position. So you're really going to need to utilize these units, the best visibility. Kelazhur running in here, taking a lot of big siege tank hits. This might be exactly what he needs. Uh-oh, big arc though, and the tanks start to fall down. He's at least gonna force a lift here, get some worker kills as well. Nice position over here from Kelazhur. Oh my god, takes out the CC. Pretty huge moves there. At this point in time, Apocalypse is gonna have to lift off to get what he needs done. And this is such an awful contain for Apocalypse. Just hurts him so badly. Viking will help push back that high ground vision. Unless it goes too far and gets killed by Marines. Also a possibility. And here we are. Kelagod. Looks like he's going to continue his perfect record in the ASL. Never dropping a single map. Going to run forward here. Sees a position. Takes out a Viking. Looks like he's breaking out of it here. Apocalypse has pushed back this contain of Kelazhur, but with that realizes that it's all over in GG. Down one game, he is.
Dust Gaming Apocalypse.
And his opponent
spawning on the other side of the map, doing something cheeky. It's the Red Terran. Root Gaming Kelazhur.
All right. Cheekiness engaged. Looks like we got Proxy Reaper. Sometimes it's Proxy Marauder, but usually, if you're going to build the barracks over here, you're going to have Proxy Reaper. Reaper very strong in this map, and we've already seen Kelazhur has phenomenal Reaper control and is very successful in general with Reaper aggression. So, will this continue on this game? First game, very successful aggression with the Reapers. Let's see if it continues. Going to go 2 racks so far. You can go up to 3. There it is, 3rd racks. So, very committed here. 2 or 3, both aggressive moves. 3, obviously, the more aggressive of the 2, because there are more aggressions aggressing. The cool thing about Reaper aggression is it's so gas heavy that you can expand behind it with no sacrifice at all to your aggression, because you're building Reapers and you can only build so many. So, a couple of reactive, reactionary is a political stance, reactive moves over here. Going to be pulling out the additional, ooh, nicely done. Oh wow, his SCV is launched into the main, gets swiftly killed. Barracks over here, so additional Reapers can be built. Reaper counts are going to favor Kelazhur unless there are some mistakes made on his part in terms of execution. This all comes down to the micro. Who's going to get the major lead over here? We do have a Marine mixed in. Interesting. Oh, that's a nice Reaper bomb. Very well done. Gets a lot of damage off on that. Another excellent Reaper bomb. Very excellent damage, splash damage coming through. Oh my god, these Reaper bombs are so phenomenal. And he gets that Reaper out with low HP. Fantastic. A lot of bruised up units over there. He's got to be pretty careful. Gonna come in over here to the side, start dealing damage off. And this unit, this clumped up unit composition over here. Oh my god, this is so... Oh, he's hitting so many Reaper bombs. And he hasn't lost... You know, I feel like I'm that video with my cool new haircut. If you haven't looked it up, it's YouTube history. Reaper bombs, Reaper bombs, Reaper bombs, just going off over and over again. Oh my God, the damage is overwhelming. This is ridiculous. I don't even think he's even lost a Reaper yet. This is absolutely insane. Oh my God, and he's gonna hit again. There's no damage mitigation at all from Apocalypse from these Reaper bombs. Kelazhur just crushing him into pieces. GG, Kelazhur moves up to God. What? Apocalypse gotta do something to change. And we have spawning in the bottom left of this map.
The Teal Terran, he is.
Root Gaming Kelazhur. And his opponent. Spawning crosswise from his opponent. Opponents everywhere. The Purple Terran, he is. Dust Gaming Apocalypse. Okay, so nothing crazy yet. Just a couple of racks in the base. Don't write home and tell of everything that's crazy, because nothing crazy is happening on this game. Just some scouting, some Reaper expanding. But we'll have to see. So far, Kelazhur taking a later gas than his opponent. Excuse me, earlier gas. Whoops, mixed up the colors there. Doesn't help when Apocalypse keeps changing his color. Come on, man. I do like, though, the purple versus teal matchup. Very sort of complementary. Not in the very strict color theory complementary kind of a way, but in just the general, they look good together kind of a way. Just waiting for like the one art major in the chat to come out and be like, they're not complementary colors. I do admit I know nothing of the technical nature of color theory. We do have the seat belted in depot. Looks like it's gonna remove its seatbelt for a second to say, no, you can't go to the bathroom in the aisle of the airplane. And the person says, okay, I guess I'll go back to my seat. And then they sit back down? So rude. Rudest Depot NA. And expansion time coming in for Apocalypse. Meanwhile, we have a 1-1-1 opening here for Kelazhur. And that's not to be confused with the Wings of Liberty 1-1-1 all in, but just that he's opening quite quickly into his starport. And that is going to allow him a large variety of units. Most notable here, though, we do know Kella loves his Reapers, and he's moving up to 3 out of that first barracks built. Just keeps cranking them out here. Hellions as well. This is a very good map for Reapers, and ooh, okay. Oh, he's gotta be careful. Whew. Nice reaction time there by Kelazhur. Pulling out. You gotta pull out at the right time. Otherwise, there's pretty much no use in pulling out at all. And Kelazhur, very aware of that, pulls out at the right time. Very good job, Kelazhur. No accidents will be occurring. And he's gonna move up in this position. Nice, he uses that Hellion with more hit points to scout. Gonna delay this expansion as well. This force not particularly well suited to fight this out, but God throws down the Reaper. He still hasn't lost the Reaper. What's even happening right now? How did he not lose? How is he not? Oh my, what is going on? How has he not lost the Reaper yet? What? Oh my God. God. Ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Gonna come forward, kill this. Reaper bomb catches everything over and over again. What is even happening? Oh man. And now he's just gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, I also have a Liberator. Does show it a bit early. That supply depot gonna scout it out, but there's not all too much to be done about it. I'm gonna run over here into the front, take down this depot, and the Liberator in the corner forces these units back. This double-pronged attack, is this how it ends? Does Kelazhur just say, yeah, my aggression is just so good, it will crush you into pieces, there's nothing you can do about Kella Bomb? Over and over, these Reaper Bomb just getting so much value every time. Phenomenal micro here And the Liberator back in action, doing quite well. 6 workers killed already. This is insane. Kelazhur showing why he deserves to be in the finals. That's it. The polar opposite of our first series. Kelazhur just crushes through. Oh my god.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.